Hi, myself A. Manigandan, research scholar, Vels University, Pallavaram, Chennai. First of all, I convey my sincere thanks to INTI International University and co-organizers, those who are granting me to present my experimental study research on the topic of effectiveness of e-content in achievement of social science among 9th standard students in Erode district, Tamil Nadu. Introduction and background. Digital tools are rapidly reshaping classrooms, moving beyond chalk and talk methods. In social science, many abstract concepts often lead to how students' engagement when taught through textbook alone. The use of e-content including videos, animations, audio and stimulations makes learning more interactive and accessible. This approach is also in line with NEP 2020 in India, which emphasis technology-enabled and equitable learning for all students. Objectives. The study aimed to measure the effectiveness of e-content in improving social science achievement among 9th standard students and to examine whether difference existed across gender or a locality and what are factors. Review of my literature. Research shows that digital tools improve engagement and achievement. Multimedia learning. Clark and May 2016 supports the better understanding, while Jonasson 2008 and Glass 2015 highlights interactively the access. Indian Studies Agarwal 2009 stressed the role of modern pedagogy for equitable learning. Research methodology. The quasi-experimental pre-test posters design was conducted with 60 9th standard students, 30 for control group and 30 for experimental group in Erode district. The control group had traditional teaching while the experimental group used a e-content package in history and geography. After 8 weeks, achievement was tested and analyzed using the t-test and ANOVA. In this study, we have formulated more than 20 hypotheses. From that hypothesis, here I present only 4 hypotheses and the calculation portions. Hypothesis 1, there is no significant difference between control group and experimental group boys in post-test. Through my analysis and interpretation from the data, the t-value is 0.00136 is statistically different at p level 0.01. So it indicates a very strong difference between groups. So the null hypothesis is rejected. E-content had a significant positive effect on boys' achievement in social science. This graph also shows that the result. Then the second hypothesis, there is no significant difference between control group and experimental group girls in post-test. From the calculation, the t-value is 0.000151 is statistically different. So the null hypothesis is rejected. The e-content positively impact the academic achievement of girls in social science. The third hypothesis, there is no significant difference between control group and experimental group rural students in their post-test scores. From the data analysis, the t-value is 0.000014 is extremely significant, indicating the highly reliable difference. So the null hypothesis is also rejected. The e-content is highly effective in improving rural students' academic achievement in social science. Then the fourth hypothesis is there is no significant difference between control group and experimental group urban students in their post-test scores. From the data, after the analyzing, the t-value is 0.000967 is statistically different. That means p-value is lesser than 0.001. Null hypothesis is rejected. E-content significantly enhanced the achievement of urban students in social science. The graph also represents the data. Findings: the study revealed that the use of e-content significantly improved achievement in social science among 9th standard students. The impact was gender neutral, proving equally effective for boys and girls. A notable equality outcomes was observed among rural learners who showed remarkable improvement when compared with their control group peers. In addition, e-content reduced performance variability, ensuring more consistent achievement across different groups of students. Implications: the findings supports multimedia learning theory and are consistent with NEP 2020 goals of India. E-content can bridge the rural-urban educational divide, enrich social science learning, and serve as a scalable digital pedagogy model for Indian schools. Limitations: the study was limited to a small sample of 60 students, a single school, one subject, and a short 8-week duration. Broader studies are needed for long-term validation. Conclusion: e-content improves social science achievement, making learning engaging, inclusive, and effective with a strong potential to transform classrooms and support equality. Thank you.